The first weekend I ever did crystal meth. Good weekend. Anybody remember the first weekend? Some of you still doing it? Like, that was last weekend. I did that too. At any rate, I thought it was a great idea after a night of drinking and debauchery down in Soma to find myself in Los Angeles for breakfast. That drive is very quick when you little toot toot. So ended up down there. I was dating this guy, which means we had sex twice. And gays, you know, that's the truth. It's more than one time it's a trick, but twice, girl, you're verging on a relationship. 3 times, you might as well move in. If you know their name, that's even better. At any rate, landed myself in West Hollywood. Oh, it's Mecca of the South. Nobody eats there, but they all do a lot of drugs. It fit right in right then, at that moment. I was very high. My friend and I partied all evening, and we ended up at a place called Spike. Has anybody ever gone to Spike? Woo! Oh my God, it's amazing. It's like 24 hours. It's like the end-up. Actually sized down to the size of a closet, and then you stuff yourself in there, sweating, and then it was 24 hours at that time. You take your clothes off, you're sweating with strangers. It's just like most of your bedrooms, actually. Sweating with the strangers. Like a Richard Simmons video, actually, sweating with the strangers. Probably is. He could make a comeback. Richard, if you're watching or thinking about it, here you are. Thank you. You're welcome. All right. Nonetheless, a friend of mine from San Francisco, ironically, an acquaintance, was there, and he said to me, "Hey girl, what you doing in West Hollywood? I've never seen you down here. Do you want to do some trail mix?" Does anybody know what trail mix is? I had no idea what it was at the time, but it was free. That I knew. I will do it. Yes, thank you. Because, bitch, I just paid for an unexpected trip to West Hollywood last night, and I want some free drugs. I'll take it. Well, it turns out that trail mix is actually like crystal meth and ecstasy and ketamine, which is something that tranquilizes large animals and a lot of circuit boys. And like, I don't know what else is in there, but it was free. He was hot. I was ready. I did a little bump. I turned to my friend Ian, who was hosting me for that weekend, and he was gone. Oh my God, deserted at the Spike. I have no fucking clue where I am or how I got there, to be honest. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, where's Ian? Where's Ian? This sweater is soft. Oh, this music is so good. Oh, I love it. This is the best party ever. Oh, are you having fun? Oh, where's Ian? Where's Ian? Oh my God, I've lost my friend. I don't know where I'm at. And so then somebody says, "Girl, why don't you come in the bathroom? I got a little bump with some Coke." It's like, this is amazing. These people are so generous. They don't even know me, and they're giving me all these gifts. So I'm in the bathroom, a little bump of cocaine. Anybody doing cocaine? Good, don't admit it because people want it from you. You admit it, next thing you know, you've got none and all your friends are high. Amazing how that shit happens. At any rate, you got it, keep it a secret, tell me later. I don't do it, but I know people who will pay you for it. Alright. At any rate, so I'm like in the bathroom, we're doing the cocaine, the guys are hot. Oh, a little action over in the corner. No, I couldn't do that. No, not possibly. Maybe later. Alright, so, the music's good. Where in the hell is Ian? Has anybody got friends like that? Next thing you know, they found Dick, they're gone. Dick is not an individual. Thank you. It's not Richard, okay? It's just Dick. At any rate, so I'm looking around. Where in the hell is my friend? And how did I get to have friends like this anyway? Crystal meth. So I got friends like that. At any rate, so I'm looking around, and there's a smoking area in the back of the Spike. And it's delightful, actually, if you're a smoker. I'm not, at that time especially. And then crack, one time it was an accident, pot and crystal meth, but never cigarettes, because that's disgusting. It makes your breath really bad. So I went in the smoking area, right? And I'm looking around. It's very crowded back there, full of smoke, a haze. And the amazing thing about this place is it's actually wheelchair accessible. There's like this ramp that comes down into the smoking area. in case you're in a wheelchair and you smoke a lot, and you're at the nightclub 24 hours doing coke, and you're in the wheelchair, right? So at any rate, so I'm standing at the top of the wheelchair ramp. There's stairs on both sides of this event, and I'm standing there and I'm looking. Ian, I can't. Have you seen Ian? Do you know Ian? He's like this. Oh God. Oh, the sweater's nice. Oh yeah, it's very good. And then all of a sudden, as if from another world, I heard a voice. Hi! I'm like, what is going on here? I'm looking around. Down here! I'm thinking to myself, that trail mix is good as shit. When I get home, I am gonna load up. Down here! And I look down. And there, next to the wheelchair ramp, at the bottom of the stairs, is a wheelchair with a dwarf in it. I'm not even kidding. And it was in drag. I don't know if it was I didn't know at the time that it was in drag, but I didn't know if it was a man or a woman. I just knew it was in a wheelchair. And it was talking to me. And I said to myself, holy shit, you're a dwarf in a wheelchair. And she said, my name's Sandy. I work here. And I said to myself, that's some good shit. I said, Sandy, I am looking for my friend Ian. I have lost him. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know how I got here. I don't know how to get home. Have you seen Ian? She says, look for his friend Ian. He's lost his friend. I work here, you know. I work in the bathrooms, making sure nobody does any drugs. Bitch, you're in the wrong industry. Because I'm cracked out, thinking I'm seeing a dwarf in a wheelchair because of that very bathroom. And it's possible I have an STD. Courtesy of that bathroom. At any rate, she says to me, I work in the bathroom making sure nobody does any drugs. Would you like to do some poppers? Now, I don't know if you're familiar with what poppers are, but they used to try to pretend that they were for cleaning VCR heads. You know, they called it video cleaner. But now, nobody has VCRs, so they had to lie about something else that it is. Now, they are allegedly nail polish remover. The reality is that when you're having intense sex, you can sniff it, and you're in another world. I mean, 1, 2, 3 fists, it doesn't matter. It's like a grab bag. Oh, look at that. At any rate, she says, do you want to do some poppers? And I said, I'm thinking to myself, you know, I really don't like poppers. They give me a headache, you know. It's bad news, they smell bad, really. So, but I'm thinking also, like, it's a dwarf in drag, in a wheelchair. Life has already dealt this person a tough hand. You know, I don't want to make her feel rejected, right? So you say, okay, sure, I'll do some poppers, Sandy. But this is where the night went horribly awry. I know you're thinking, okay, you're lost in West Hollywood, cracked out, you don't know where the hell you are, you can't find your friend or your way home. This is where the night went awry. I told you I have a series of bad decisions in my past. Don't judge me. All right, so, the dwarf. Sandy, I'm sorry, if there's any dwarves out here, I don't dislike you at all. We can hang out. You're still on my bucket list. So, the dwarf says to me, you want to do some poppers? I think, sure, why not? Maybe. What I had no idea about, she was a controlling little thing. She reached up with her withered little claw. And I, being extremely high and terribly lazy, instead of going around to her to do her poppers, made a horrible mistake in that I leaned over the railing. She's down there, I'm here. I lean over. She reaches up. Did I mention she has a twitch? As I put the poppers to my nose, or rather, she does, she twitched and splashed about a good half a bottle of poppers in my face, into my nose, into my mouth. And I'm telling you right now, I did what any of you would do if you were bent over a goddamn guard railing, snorting illicit drugs from a midget in a wheelchair. I gasped, stood up, and immediately passed out and rolled down the fucking ramp. It was so humiliating. Being shaken awake by a midget. Or anybody for that matter. For fuck's sake, I woke up at the bottom of that ramp. It was hideous. By the way, I know you like the term little people. I don't know enough of you to really change my lingo yet. Call me. We'll talk about it. At any rate, I woke up at the bottom of that railing, laid out on her wheelchair ramp, humiliated, shamed. How did this happen to me? Crystal meth. That's how it happened to me. I woke up, oh my God, what happened? You passed out. Well, I know that. But what's happened since then? And where is Ian? Where is Ian? He's missing. He's missing. Well, nonetheless, I stood up, brushed myself off. When you have done as much drugs as I had done that night, you just don't seem to care. You don't notice that crystal meth has turned you into this individual who's poppers dripping out of your nose, the taste, the acrid taste of poppers in your mouth, burning little rings around your nostrils. No, you don't really notice that, but you do notice, oh, this beat is fierce. Oh yeah, oh my God, this music's so good. Have you seen Ian? Oh God, this music's amazing. And I noticed slowly but surely people began to gravitate towards me because I smelled of poppers. And it made dancing so much easier. They just danced real close and, yeah, felt good. Well, eventually I did find my way out of there. I found my way back out onto Crescent Heights Boulevard in Santa Monica where he lived. Through some strange recollections, I made my way back to his home where I had to pitifully climb over an entire guardrail. He lived in a very nice upscale neighborhood and very nice upscale apartment building where they did not really take very kindly to the fact that I climbed over their rail and climbed up several balconies to get into his place. You can do a lot of shit when you're cracked out, honey. That makes you very energetic, bitch. We're gonna climb. I'm like Spider-Man. The music in my head's good. But anyway, if you do, don't worry. I do judge you, but mostly silently. It's all right. You've had an opportunity for the last several minutes to judge me, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you being allowed to come up here. My name is Paul Pratt. Thank you, Nick Leonard, Q Comedy, for having me.